Game Boy games are always, like, extra loud, so I never know how to, whoa, an earthquake. I never know how to, set the audio levels, so if the game audio is too loud or not loud enough, or something's wrong, let me know. Or if it's perfect, let me know. Or also let me know if you, are here, and great, hello, subscribers, and future subscribers. I'm KarmaJolt. This game is Dragon Warrior Monsters. Let's change the background. Let's use a different border. Wait, no, hold on. Let's go with, oh, I think last time we left off on frame number 18. So let's do 19. You know how often when you load up the GameCube, it's like, oh, system settings were lost. Like, if your GameCube, is from 2001, like every GameCube. I think because the system settings were lost, it, like, when I loaded up the Game Boy Player, it didn't save which frame I was on. It changed my screen size to normal, and it's, I think, can change the controller settings back to default. But yep, playing on the Game Boy Player. Anyway, this is Dragon Warrior Monsters. We have a guy named Bofa on our team. A guy, a monster. You know what I meant. YY, Dagger. Super Taco, Wahoo Luigi. Dagger, Elvis Pressplay. Not as great as you, but pretty good nonetheless. Hey, I will take it. Oh yeah, we got a grizzly on our team. So, like, this bear, this Bofa, this bear is, like, really easy to make. I think I just needed a devil plus a beast, right? So we bred a devil monster plus a beast monster to get this grizzly, who isn't, like, super incredible, but damn, look at that attack stat. 311? That's the band that did, like, Emerald is the color of your energy or something, I think. Hey, howdy, says Genevieve B. And Dan Ward, hey, hey, hey. Anyway, I'm leveling up this grizzly, I guess. I don't know what I gotta do next, but I think I used the unicorn as my support for so long. Yeah, we still have a unicorn in the team who gets, like, okay stats. Is awesome at the beginning of the game. Amazing stats at the beginning of the game, but at this point, those stats are, like, you know, fine. But he learns Heal All. And Antidote, and a bunch, and some good spells. So, Unicorn's still very good, just because of its moveset. Anyway, let's go into one of these warp pools. What do they call them? Warp gates? I love that 311 song, Genevieve B. I remember my roommates playing it all the time in 2006. I took out Orochi last night in DQ3, says Elvis Pressplay. Yeah, you're playing the new one. I imagine he's, like, really difficult in that version. So I remember playing the NES version a lot. I love Dragon Warrior 3 on NES. Orochi is a... So, the Orochi is a boss from Dragon Warrior 3. Dragon Quest 3, I could say. In the NES version, he's not that big of a deal, but in the Game Boy Color version, I got whooped by the dude, like, over and over. He just has so much HP. Or perhaps he's got a lot of HP regeneration, which bosses do in that game. Quick Guns, welcome. So I have to imagine in the new version, the HD 2D remake, he's also really tough, because that game has, like, an updated challenge, you know? I grabbed a mist staff just so I can get some gold from it. Let's jump down this hole. Uh-oh, gang of spiky boys. By the way, I reset the reps counter for today. Thank you so much for... We did like 124-ish reps yesterday, so I appreciate all the generosity and the workout. Today, if we get any donations on stream, it's double reps. We're doing tricep presses. So 5 gets you 10. Plus, If you donate $10, you can name an upcoming monster. You can name a monster that I will catch in the future. Does the end of this game signal a Pokemon game soon? Why, like, I would like to get to another Pokemon game. I have so many games lined up. For example, Metal Saga. But also I've got to get to Lufia 2, Skies of Arcadia, Chrono Trigger again at some points. Unofficial goal is 80. Alright, everybody. When Genevieve B sets a goal, it's usually for something sweet that she's gonna do later. Something real sweet. Okay, Genevieve B. You've got a goal of 80. Last time she was like, okay, if you meet your goal, I'll come visit you after this thing I'm doing. And she did. It was very nice. We had a great time. I said unofficial. Yeah, no, it's unofficial, but I'm writing it there. Unofficial doesn't mean I can't write it down, right? He's tough if you aren't carrying the right support items. He can paralyze your party in one turn. Oh, that sounds brutal. But yeah, YY, Fire Red and Leaf Green are coming to the Switch, so I might do that at some point. What goal, says YY with the cool $40. Hey. Damn, everyone put the Y's in the chat. Wait, YY, do you want to pick some names for that? You can name some monsters. But yo, everyone put the Y's in the chat. YY is so generous and supportive, and also, like, did a ton of work setting up the Minecraft server that we've been playing on lately. So YY, thank you so much for the cool $40, which is 80 reps. Genevieve B, when you said a goal of 80, did you mean reps? Item shop, how may I help you? Let's sell, like, these staves, like the mist staff I'm never ever gonna use. Let's sell all 3 of them. I also have a lava staff that I might use at some point. Snow staff is 4,000? Why is a beast? I know, Genevieve Beast. And Xerxes. Fantastic guy. Yeah, no, I like him. Can I instead choose... Did you want to choose a name for Fire Red? I think I am doing Fire Red instead of Leaf Green because that one has Sandshrew, right? I'll know more about it after I do some Googling. Oh, also, I did not realize this, but the border that I chose is actually, like, representative of a GameCube. Like, see the little light here? That's that. That's that right there. That's kind of neat. Plus, it kind of shows the power button in the corner there. I don't know how well you can see that. But not Platinum. I also want to do Pokemon Platinum, Genevieve B. I know you made a thumbnail for it. Fire Red as the next Pokemon game. YY? I will play that. I will start that this year. But I've got so many games to get to. So I don't know. Like, I don't know. Like, I want to play that game, and I will get to it. I cannot tell you when. But let's say, I'm guessing I'll get to it around May. Can you choose Fire Stingray? Wait, wrong game. Quick Guns? There might be a Stingray who knows some fire abilities in this game. That poor shopkeeper is stuck in that monster gate. He just patiently waits for a monster tamer to show up. Yeah, Salert Jester? How do I say your name? Welcome. And he didn't make any money. In fact, he gave me money. I sold him some items. I don't know, he might be making money there. But the guy at least has warp wings, so he can get out of there whenever he wants. I hope 7th Saga is on the list. I want to see a partner betrayal short. Xerxes. If I can figure out a way to stream from an actual cartridge, like on an actual console, and have it look and sound good, my guy Kevin Smith actually sent me a copy of 7th Saga, so I could play that. I don't know anything about how that game works. So when you say partner betrayal, now I'm kind of curious. I've never played it. I have seen a weird glitch that you can do in that game where, like, apparently there's a robot character where once you get to a certain part of the game, you can talk to, like, a scientist, and some scientist will, like, give an immediate, like, 2 level ups or something to your robot character, which is a pretty cool bonus. But there's also a way to, like, immediately after you get that bonus, there's a way to, like, leave the room through the wall and then come right back and do it again. So you can basically abuse that, like a wall clip, in order to get that level up bonus over and over until the robot is at maximum. Something like that. It's something that I saw a long time ago, and I was like, okay, I'll save this video so I can go back to it if I ever play 7th Saga. There's a lot of buzz indicating we may get a Chrono Trigger remake soon. Yeah, Elvis Presley, like, if the Dragon Quest games, like if the Dragon Quest remakes are making money, there's no reason for them to not do the same with Chrono Trigger for like an HD 2D remake. But I've heard that as well. Kevin S. Different Kevin S. Hey there, Mr. Handsome, said with all due respect. Well, how else can you say that? Hey there, Mr. Handsome. Like you're mocking me for being pretty? Welcome in. Lots of buzz, but not enough cheese. Gouda guy, there's a lot of buzz, but we're still light years away from getting the remake. Wait, light years measure distance, not time. Let there be light years. Heal. Wait, light years measures distance. Oh well. I'm gonna flash you. Not in like a weird way. In a way that heals your party. Gosh, I gotta watch how I phrase these things. I like objectifying Karma. Oh yeah? Tell me about it, Genevieve B. Tell me about it while I do at least 50 tricep presses. Hey, YY, thank you so much. Just for, like, in general, being a cool guy. But also, for the money. Alright, ready? Let's do, like, 50 of these. That's like Star Wars using parsecs to measure time when it's a distance as well. Yeah, like, the Millennium Falcon can do the Kessel Run in under 12 parsecs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60. Oh, baby. We did 1 minute of tricep presses. A whole gallon of tricep presses. Kevin Smith, I was just talking about you. And 7th Saga. I'm literally looking at NYC right now. Says YY. Good. Lol, I cannot on here. I was told you were streaming, says Nick the Frenchie. Who said that about me? It's wild, but your daytime streams always seem to be naughtier. You think so, Xerxes? Maybe you've never tuned into a me and Genevieve B stream. Just be careful if you ever pick the sorceress. She has a long vintage vendetta against the demon. Kevin Smith, I don't even know what you're talking about. Are we still talking about 7th Saga? Do you get to pick your party in that game? I'm finding out some cool stuff about this game. In that case. I know next to nothing about that game. Hello, gun guy. Yeah, that's me. Nick the Frenchie. Oh, you're talking to Quick Guns. I see you. No, he's guns plural guy. They actually showed us what they meant by that in the Solo movie nobody saw. What about the parsecs? Interesting. Parsecs. Behave. Oh my gosh. L6. If you fight against the demon with a high enough level, you can make him join your party. And yeah, we're talking about 7th Saga. Oh boy, cool. Is that game good? Like, I hear that there's a lot of jankiness about it, which, you know, you could probably expect from an old school RPG on the Super SNES system. I like your guns too, Karma. I wonder if they are bigger than mine's. Nick the Frenchie? Maybe someday we can compare. You start as one of the 7 and get to recruit another member. Some of them really don't like each other and are reluctant to join you. That's sick, Xerxes. There are far too many Kevins. We all need to have a Fairly Odd Parents samurai sword fight to thin our ranks. Kevin S? There's a lot of Nicks, too. But they tend to get along. Maybe the Nicks should face off against the Kevins in a pie-eating contest. To the death. Ooh, a treasure chest. I got a warp staff. You know what? I've never used one of those. I will sort the inventory here. Let's use it. Okay, it just brings you to the room with the hull. 462 gold there. Those numbers are going way up. Eating pies to death. That's different. Okay, so for some reason, exiting a screen in this Lost Woods type scenario, I suppose it is, doesn't bring you directly to the next screen, is what I'm guessing, because usually when you exit a screen, it doesn't do this fade out and sound effect. And I can't see what I'm doing on the map, so if I go back, does it bring me to the same place? Actually, yes. Okay, that time it didn't, though. I went up, then back down, and it brought me to a completely different area. I don't seem to be getting into random encounters here, which is neat. Dracos, how are you? First time you fight against any of the other characters, either you make sure that you are level 15 or higher, or that they will demolish you because of a bug in the system makes their speed too fast. Kevin S? I'll probably read a guide before I do any 7th Saga. This place is a maze. Xerxes? I am amazed by it. Home because of the snowstorm. Yeah, Dracos. At some point, I have to go pick up Jackie J. At the normal time that I normally do on Tuesdays. But I probably should go early to make sure I can get my car out. Okay, gonna bounce. Migraine from yesterday going strong. Oh boy, YY, I get it. Hey, thank you so much. Everyone put the YYs in the chat one more time. OMG, there's 2 of them. Mr. Stelio Cantos. Yeah, there's 2 Kevin S's. My favorite band? Kevin Essence. Didn't even snow that bad. Yeah, not for us at least, Genevieve B. Okay, no encounters on that floor. Or maybe the encounter counter reset every time I went to a new room and I just got really lucky. Hole in one is right, L6. Ooh, crazy bug thing. Oh, that's the gopher Kada or something. Oh, that's a stag bug, never mind. Ah. NYC mayor said it's no school day. That guy's alright. That joke, it solidifies your hold to your title as father. Gouda guy? I like when some people call me daddy. What? No encounters on that maze floor. Yeah, no, that's what it seemed like. Thank you, Jester. Enemy Zero, what's going on? My favorite band is Sleep in Parks. I don't know that one. Should I look him up? Why does that make me feel like I'm reliving the Lost Woods? Just more complicated. Who here lives near a Lost Woods? No, says Enemy Zero. Okay, good. Alright, let's eat this chest. I personally miss when you are together with Karma. It makes the stream so much more fun. He gets so nervous. It's a play on Linkin Park. Okay. But also, that's a... I mean, it could have been. It could have been real. Speaking of chest, yeah, yesterday was chest press days. I miss being on stream, said Genevieve B. Oh my gosh. You want to set it up sometime? I'll bring my computer over. I live near the Pacific Ocean where we lost a prime minister once. Wait, tell me about that. No offense, but I get nervous when my wife is watching me putting in some of these messages. Kevin Smith? You're just being complimenty, and nothing wrong with that. No, I have been rewatching some of my previous streams with Genevieve B. We play off each other quite nicely. And it's always high energy. And high revenue. Ace Attorney with Gen B is always great, says Quick Guns. Yeah, and then a couple times she would randomly join me for, you know, Final Fantasy VI, or Secret of Mana, or Dragon Quest VIII. Carlos Phillips, what's going on? Hey, what's up, KarmaJolt? Just got back to my apartment. Hope you haven't been live streaming for too long. I never live stream for too long. I'll tell you that, Carlos Phillips. Mega Harv? That guy will stream for like 10 hours at a time. More than 10 hours at a time sometimes. Genevieve B, oh my god, you behave. Yeah, no, there definitely have been streams where like Genevieve B is here and like There was one where it was like kind of tongue-in-cheek where we were like showing off the KarmaJolt bikini on stream. And like a bunch of people donated, be like, stand up and model it more. Here's 50 bucks. Okay. Okay. It's because he is Mega. Yeah, Corruption Aura. Like, Mega Harv has the stamina stat to last for a 12-hour stream. Like, me, I think the longest I've ever streamed, well, okay, so I did like a charity stream once that was like a good 7 hours. But I was like dead the next day. He does that shit every day. Or at least a couple times a week, I should say. My normal stream is like 2 hours, and then I gotta take a break. Harv has a high constitution stat, is right, Nick DeFrenchie. Yeah, I've done that too, where like, I say goodnight to Mega Harv, go to sleep, wake up in the morning, he's still live. I cannot do that. I can maybe do that once a year, I don't know. Well, it was just a thought, but... Don't cast Antidote, heal yourself. Alright. So, oh, of course Peps died. Yeah, no, that's why you heal yourself rather than cast Antidote in battle when you've got 20 HP. Do I have... Yeah, I've got World Leaf. This guy should be in the second slot at this point, because he's got higher defense and HP than Peps. And I'm assuming that the party order determines who gets targeted more often by attacks, Avis and Pomunsen. Rest in Pepsi. Yeah, that adorable little Slime Knight actually hits pretty hard. What is Bofa? Breath of Fire Anthology is what it stands for, obviously. He is a Grizzly. Hits like a truck, too. I love DQM. It's such a love letter with the nostalgic boss battles. Yes. Yeah, no, I'm having a fun time with it. Shoutouts to my guy Searzz for letting me borrow this copy. Because I am actually playing on original hardware. Avis. Yeah, everybody pile in. Welcome, y'all. Preparing for swimming. Nick DeFrenchie. This screen looks kind of like a hand. I, for whatever reason... Like, I think I had a dream about the upcoming summer and then got really excited for swimming. But my family every now and then will rent like a Verbo home for the summer, and like my parents and my brothers and then my brother's family will all show up, and usually they get a house that has a pool in the back, and that's just like what we do all day every day. And it's great fun. It's great fun. Did you dream about swimming with King Friday? Oh my gosh, Nicholas D. Making a reference to my my recurring dream that I have. Your headache gone now, Karma? Zoltan, yes, but I still feel a little, like part of me is missing, you know? I still feel like I'm recovering from it. I don't have any sort of pain, but I do have a fatigue that that is associated with Just having to, like, concentrate extra hard all day yesterday, and having that migraine all day yesterday. So yeah, I've got a little bit of a fog, you know. But no pain or anything. My eyes are working all right. No, I hate that dream, says Genevieve B. I don't want Karma to die. I guess I gotta explain it now. Rayburn and Grendel. Those seem like monsters that I might want. Let's throw some ribs at them. So I have this recurring dream, everybody. And I've been having it... I think the earliest I remember having it was in 7th grade. But let me rephrase that. I think the first time I noticed that it was recurring, I was in 7th grade. Because I remember waking up being like, I've had this dream before. But the dream goes like this. I'm walking on a beach. And I can hear music in the distance. And it's always the same song that sounds like... And I recently realized that song comes from Rad Racer 2 on the NES. It had taken me decades to remember where that song was from. The song is called Coast to Coast, and it's by Nobuo Uematsu. But it's from Rad Racer 2 on the NES, a Squaresoft game. Anyway, I didn't put that together until recently. I gotta be nice, BK. That's neat. Anyway, I'm walking along this beach, I hear this song, and then in the distance I see a chapel with stained glass windows. And as I walk inside, I can see King Friday from Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, and he is playing on the church organ. He's the one playing this music. And he stops and turns around and challenges me to a game of mini-golf and says that if I win, I can wake up from the dream. And the first time I had this dream, back in, 7th grade or maybe before that, I whooped him by like 100 strokes. But every time I have that dream, he gets a little bit better at mini-golf. In fact, the last time I had this dream, I only beat him by like 30. So I swear to God, the night that I die in my sleep, it's gonna be because I lost to King Friday in mini-golf. Ignore my outburst. Xerxes, I did. All these monsters are excellent for breeding. Yeah, yeah, I threw a rib. Maybe I had an opportunity to throw another and I kind of wasn't paying attention. Legend of Zelda, Karma's Awakening. Zoltan? I'd play that. You are playing with death disguised as King Friday. Well, good thing he sucks at mini-golf. You should clip that story. I think I might have already at some point, Genevieve B. Let's do one of these. Item shop. How may I help you? Let's sell some stuff. Oh, wait. What can I buy here? Is it always the same stuff at the shops? Seems like it. Let's take a look at the end. I don't really need anything right now. Oops. Let's save the game. Wait, Kevin Smith, what? You have a reoccurring nightmare about me screaming your name while I'm streaming or something? Find a way to meditate/hypnotize yourself into lucid dreaming and watch it from third person and no clip around. Oh, Corruption Aura. I messed with that too hard when I was younger and kind of, I think, for a long time I made dreaming unsafe for me. Cause what I did was, like, I wore a watch that had, like, a really quiet beep on it. And every time the beep would go off, I would stop, and I would stop whatever I was doing, and I would determine whether I was asleep or awake. And the way I would do that was I would close my hand and I would close my eyes and put my hand in front of my face, and if I could visualize my hand or my own face, then I knew I was awake. And if I couldn't do that, that meant that I was dreaming. And so I was kind of able to control my lucid dreams, but then I got too good at tricking myself into thinking that I was awake when I was asleep. And what would end up happening was I dreamt way too often about normal, average days. So I would dream my entire Thursday. Like, I'd go to work, talk to all my coworkers, go home, go to bed, and then actually wake up thinking that it was Friday when it was really Thursday, and that messed with me so much. Nick D, that sounds like my type of place. Wait, what are we talking about? Oh, I see you. I see you in the chat. Pizarro, which is one of the strongest monsters in the game. Wait, Kevin, I missed something. Yeah, I think it's something to do with Pizarro and the 4 creatures that you need to create it. I see. I did something very similar to that. That's too funny. Yeah, Corruption Aura. It messed with me so bad. Almost got fired for it. Because there was one time where I dreamed an entire Friday, and then woke up thinking it was Saturday, and then, like, around noon, I got a call, and I was like, whoa! If you dream of having a regular day at work, I feel like your employer owes you money for that. Yeah, Ryan K? You're right! That's a good point. Misty Wing, probably the dumbest looking monster I've seen so far in this game. But they can't all be winners, you know? Or maybe they can. It is Akira Toriyama. I lucid dream regardless, says AFSP. Yeah, these days I still lucid dream every now and then, but often when I realize that I'm dreaming, I can't do anything about it. James Lawson with the cool $5. Hey, thank you so much. Everyone put a J in the chat for James Lawson. Hey, and we're adding 10 to the to-go counter because it's double reps day. That pronunciation, though. Says Genevieve B. Wait, what? James Lawson? Oh my gosh! And he became a channel member. Yo, everyone put more J's in the chat, and if you got the members only emojis, put them. Hey, appreciate you! Let's add 12 to the to-go counter. I know I'm dreaming when I look at my phone and all the buttons are screwed up. Ryan K, there are so many things that I just, like, do all the time in real life, but never do in dreams. And I kind of thought about, I was talking to a friend about this the other day. When I'm dreaming, I never ever check my phone or think about my phone, you know? Lord of Watermelons, thank you for the J's, everybody. I have no idea why the member thing ended, but here we are. James Lawson? Well, I'm glad it restarted. Yo, and Lord of Watermelons gave €1. Look at that. Hey, thank you so much. You found $8 in the chest. Everyone put a watermelon in the chat. We're adding 2 to the to-go counter. Hey, thank you so much. I never look in mirrors in my dreams. Genevieve B. Yeah, that's a good point. I also never do stuff like put my contact lenses in when I'm dreaming. And I can read just fine in dreams, despite what some people say. Like, some people are like, oh, you can't read in dreams because it uses a different part of your brain. There's like a whole Superman episode about that, I'm pretty sure, Xerxes. And Alex B. I think I am winning. I haven't been paying attention. I thought one of us might be poisoned. What is this, a love water? Let's just use one of these. Free healing. Do you dream in the colors you see with your colorblind glasses? Gouda guy, I only dream in the colors that I know, which have to be the ones that I've seen before, you know? So, like, I've thought about this before. I don't think colors are any different when I dream, but I don't have any way to prove that, as Selena sends a KarmaJolt gift membership. Hey, and Kevin Smith received a gift membership by Selena9305, who said hi. Yo, everyone put the sunglasses and the lightning bolt in the chat for Selena. Thank you so much. All right, we're adding another 12 tricep presses, everyone. Smashed the goal today. Appreciate you. Baroque Reaper says that was a Batman the Animated series where he couldn't read and he knew he was in a dream because Batman knows all. Okay, I've had people tell me that, but I'm sure it was also, maybe I'm not sure. Maybe I'm not so sure. Okay, I might also be thinking of the Superman episode where, like, there's, like, a weird villain who can transform his shape into, like, a torpedo or, like, a missile or something. He might be voiced by Gilbert Godfrey, but Superman somehow makes him spell his name backwards and that defeats him. Maybe that's what I'm thinking of. Yeah, it could be Batman, but I also remember he's reading the newspaper, which obviously Clark Kent, who is secretly Superman. That guy works at a newspaper, so maybe that's what I was thinking of. Yo, Nick DeFrenchie with the cool €2 saying, do you play skee-ball in your dreams? It's not real. Huh. I don't know. I might have had one skee-ball dream, but I don't think I ever actually played skee-ball, Nick DeFrenchie. I was just at my skee-ball league at the bar. Bizarro? Mr. Mixzilplick. Yeah, L6. Mixelplex or something like that, says Baroque Reaper. Okay. Xerxes, don't you start with that. Hey, Nick DeFrenchie, thank you so much. Everyone put Le Croissant in the chat. Wait, what was it before? Yeah, no, that's right. We got 60 more to go. Let's do 60 tricep presses, everybody. Thank you so much for the donations. Sorry, Tiny Cat. I didn't mean to kick your box. All right, it's time to eat. Genevieve B, what you eating? Ready? Oh, hold on. It looks like Nicholas D donated too, but let's do these 60 and then we'll read it. Thank you so much. Everyone put the D in the chat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60. Oh boy. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for the reps. Alright, alright. Nicholas D says, tell me Tekken is a game for skilled players and MK is just a cheap wannabe. Nicholas D, I'm bad at both of them, so... Actually, from what I've seen of Mortal Kombat, it is a game that requires a lot of skill these days. In the past, it was all fundamentals, which is still skills, but now there's a lot more to it. Hey, thank you so much for the 50 Swedish krona. But yeah, Tekken better. I love me a Namco fighter. Boss Kingpin, what's going on? What's up? Finally able to catch you, bro. Well, maybe I will catch a crazy monster here. Ooh, it's a dark eye. Actually, his eye is the one part of him that isn't like a dark color there. Can't just spam buttons to win MK. I don't know which one would require more skill. Because I feel like they're both games that you have to sit down and, like, frickin' learn, you know? Damn it, says Genevieve B. I clipped that for science, says Nicholas D. I like MK too. Yeah, no, a lot of my, I like MK as well. A lot of my New Orleans friends tried to get me into the new Mortal Kombat when it came out. There's like, sorry, not the new one. The new one at the time, which was like 2015. So what would that have been? MKX? And it was like pretty darn good. But I just was absolutely not used to a fighter like that. It's time to switch to Dragon Quest myself, I think. Says Elvis Press Play. Yeah, MKX. In fact, a buddy of mine would go, like, he was good enough that he'd go to, like, major tournaments and almost make top 8. With Johnny Cage. "2015, that's way before I found you. Good guy? I'm glad you found me, though." Wait, what was in the chest? Was it a love water? Yeah. We love water on this channel. But I also have this, this protein drink thing. Which I should do if I'm doing reps. Mortal Kombat has nothing mortal about it. Yeah, Searzz, it's like you can knock their head off and then do another round against them, you know? If you love water, you better be staying hydrated. Searzz is having a stroke. Of genius is what you mean, Avis P. Oh, I just passed the hole. I had to make a joke about strokes, Avis. Water with melon. Lord of Watermelons? You ain't gotta convince me. Bah. Melons? Yes, melon is like lemon, but different, Nicholas D. Melon like a felon? That's the best kind of melon. Zoltan? I believe it is. Searzz hasn't acknowledged me. What's going on? Nick the Frenchie, I think he's trying. But he's got to find the right chair first. Bofa increased to level 22. 10 agility is nice. What's the favorite monster you have caught and bred so far? Corruption Aura? I mean, I love my current party. My unicorn has been an all-star for a long time. So probably that one, even if he's a little outclassed at this point. 700 bucks. What a beast. We're almost to the end of this dungeon here. What about you, Corruption Aura? So, you're familiar with this game, right? Music change? I recognize this music? This isn't from Dragon Quest VI, is it? No, because this game came before Dragon Quest VI, right? It's not from DQ1. It's not from 2. It's not from 3. It might be from 4. I don't think it's from 5, but it also... I don't 1000% remember all the music from 5. It's from 4, 5, or 6. It's one of the games that I played, but, like, only once. I know it's not from 2, Rob War, because I just recently played through that entire game. 3, says Corruption Aura. It's definitely an overworld theme. Yeah, like 4 or 6, I want to say, but maybe 6 doesn't make sense if this game... Well, okay, so this game was technically 1998, so it did come out after 6. But I think it might be a prequel to 6. That doesn't mean they can't use the music from it. I don't think there's any reason to do that, but... Free pork chop. Yeah, it might be 4, but also, like, 4 has a lot of different overworld music, which is why I can't definitively remember, like, where, or what part of the game it's from, if it's from 4. But yeah, what's cool about this game is many things, but the thing I want to mention is that when you're on the penultimate floor of any warp gate, like if you're on the floor before the boss, the music will change from the normal overworld theme to some other overworld theme, and usually that other overworld theme is from a different Dragon Quest game, so there's a lot of references and throwbacks that I really appreciate. So we're trying to determine this music. I recognize it. I've definitely heard it before. It's either from Dragon Quest 4 or 6. I don't think it's from 5. But I guess it could be. Oh, cool, a burning village. And then there's a guy with a lot of swords that he's juggling very fast, I guess. What is this? What is happening here? I will use a potion on Cher just to get a little bit of MP back. I don't know how necessary that is, but let's use Heal All on Bofa before we go into battle here. I mean, this dude just burned down a village. I don't think he's gonna mess around. Of course, I have no evidence that he was the one who started these fires, or even that these are fires. Hee, I love burning villages. Okay, I'm not gonna jump to a conclusion here. Could have been anybody. Want to try it? I'm kind of busy right now. You are so boring. You want to be burned instead? No, I'm kind of busy right now. Watch out. Centaur and Servant monsters. Look out. Evil armor. Oh, goodness. I didn't realize there would be multiple enemies here. Let's use ribs on foe. Is the overworld theme for DQ5? Why did I think it wasn't from DQ5, Zoltan? Okay, thank you. Alright, so it was from DQ5, according to my friend Zoltan, who I trust. First missed in FF4, now this. Karma hates stairs so much he burns down whole villages. Nicholas D, I also burned down the initial town in Legend of Dragoon. which combines two of my favorite things. Alright, everyone, name another video game where a village gets burned down, or a town gets burned down. Aside from SimCity, when you have disasters turned on. The track is called Toward the Horizon. Thank you, Zoltan. Imagine meeting someone and they say, "You're boring, I'll burn you instead." Good guy? I don't have to imagine. Minecraft, says Genevieve. Final Fantasy? Which one, Lord of Watermelons? Aside from number 4. Breath of Fire, yes, that happens. FF7, true. More ribs. Servant? That servant ate my meat. Cosmic Fantasy 2. Mega Man 7, you can burn the forest. Quick Guns, I forgot about that. Speaking of Minecraft, Gen B, when are you gonna play on the server? That's a good question. What is Cosmic Fantasy? Baroque Reaper, I don't know that one. This one isn't a guaranteed catch. Alright, I'll give him a bunch of meat in that case. Do I have any more ribs? I got a pork chop. Trials in the Sky, first chapter. But instead of a town, it's an orphanage. Oh, and then in FF6, that one building in Tamasa burns down, and you have to save Realm, I believe? Trails in the Sky, first chapter, but instead of a town, it's an orphanage. Interesting. Sephiroth burning Nibelheim, yeah. Oh, both of them might die here. I'm a busy girl lately. Maybe Karma can help me connect to it. Yeah, Genevieve B, let's try to set that up. Uh-oh. I think Peps tried to revive. Oh, he can dual cast here. Guys, I might be in trouble here. Especially because Peps is trying to revive. Let's use this. Oh, that heals fully. Yeah, wait, what am I doing? I should have done that earlier. Alright, I was about to say, please kill this guy. 5,000 experience. What a monster. Share leveled up. Buy attack becomes quad hits? That seems insane. Bofa leveled up. 12 agility. Wow, Servant got up and is looking at us. Servant gets up when I tell it it can get up. But let's take it into the party. Mats? Why is his name Mats? Because you walk all over it like a floor mat. I don't know. No, this guy's going to be great for us. The problem is I need a pen. Here we go. Okay, so let's look at some names. We used Bofa. I'm just making sure I've checked off every name on the list so far. All right. Thanks to Half Man Jack for suggesting the name Igor. You know what? I feel like that's an appropriate name for this guy. Who's like a skeleton-looking goon and is literally... Did I put a C or an O? And is literally a servant. Hot, says Genevieve B. Yeah. Let's take him with us. Let's see some stats here. Level 35. 155 attack, 163 defense. Not like amazing stats. 200 agility is nice, though. Hot Blood servant. Part of the zombie family. I believe that is what that is. Blaze Most, Blizzard, Focus. Abilities are fine. Let's send him to the ranch for now. Burn me, boil me, whatever, arg. Okay, dude. That was a C. You almost named him Igker. Yeah, dagger? That's because my eyesight is so good. Is it arm day? Yo, arm for now? It is for now. Welcome in. We're doing tricep presses today. Ouch. I'm gonna put out the fire. Oh yeah, James Lawson, if you're still here, I saw that. So you donated $10 total. You can choose a name for a monster if you'd like. Up to 4 letters, because it's a Game Boy game. Now, go back to the castle and get a good rest. I command you, servant. Go lie down for a minute. Nick the Frenchie, you behave. Oh, stab, you beat servant. What? You resisted the temptation and were victorious? The temptation to burn the village? Yeah, I guess I resisted that. Your heart is as pure as Mega Magic, which is something pretty pure from what I understand. Oh, king. Stab at ease. It's a good idea to talk to people. You're dismissed. Busy, busy, busy. I hate talking to people. Ryan K says don't behave, Nick. Rebel. Give the courageous Master Stab the power of Great Tree. For Stab's safe journey, I'll give you an herb. It's oregano. Hi, Daggy, says Searzz. What? I did nothing. Nick the Frenchie? Then do something. Oh, Lord of Watermelon's got a list for us. Okay, FF7 Nibelheim. A list of villages that get burned down in video games. FF7 Nibelheim. FF4 Village of Mist. FF7 Gongaga. FF6 The Empire. And World of Ruin in some parts, yes. FF16 several instances. Yeah, that's a lot in the FF series. Happy Overworld of Boots. Yeah. Jolly soundtrack in this game. I haven't found a mini medal in a while. Let me try to think of some other games that have villages burned down. I guess Seiken Densetsu 3, aka Trials of Mana. Like that first village near the... to the south of Jad. It's like right at the beginning of the game, but the Beastmen torch it. Alright, let's sell this herb, just to make room. Wait, what do I have in my inventory? I might gotta use that beast book. Do I want to keep the Orochi for the, until the end of the game? Be nice, book. You're in safe hands with us. Okay, I put that in the vault. Yo, Arm for Now donated $20 saying more arms. Hey, thank you so much. Everyone put the arms in the chat. Yo, Arm for Now, if you want to choose a monster name, go for it. It can be up to 4 letters. Hey, okay, 20 bucks. So we're adding 40 to the to-go counter. Appreciate you. Dang. That's right, Genevieve B. We getting a workout. David Allen S., how are you? Arms. You want me to use the name Arms? Alright. All lowercase like that? Everyone put an arm and a 4 in the chat. Wait, hold on. I already forgot if I need any items. Not really. No arms, leg. Alright, all lowercase. You got it, Arm for Now. Hey, thank you so much for being so generous all the time. Alright, I guess I'll, like, talk to people and stuff. Look what the quake did to us. That merchant was separated from the rest. Ha ha ha. Can I talk to him from here? No. There's gotta be a way to get to that guy. Maybe I'll jump. I love festivals. I'm looking forward to the tournament. I saw new stores down there. Ooh. Legs for later. A lot of burning in FF14. Hold on, OBS just told me that it crashed. Are we live still? Let me know, everybody. Let me know in the chat. Hi, are you a monster master? I guess I am. I want to be a master. What should I do? Get some monsters. This kingdom is becoming more lively. You're good, just a little blip. Hey, thanks. Okay, last time I talked to this lady, Watabo showed up and knocked her off of the tree. Good to see that she survived, though. Thou hast blipped like a fox reflector in Smash. Ah, a Sage Stone and World Dew can recover HP. Both recover HP for all. You can use Sage Stone several times. Okay. Yeah, this guy tells me about items. But this guy has real good items. Let's actually buy a couple of these. Let's buy a Sage Stone, why not? I have the money for it. Christopher Smack, how are you? Where does this Travels Gate lead to? I don't know. I'm an old gypsy woman. I don't know if you can say that these days. Want me to tell your future? There's several hidden gates in this kingdom. I'm sure they'll be useful. There's gotta be a way to get to that, but maybe it unlocks after I do, like, a certain tournament battle. Nick DeFrenchie, you heading out? Hey, thanks for showing up. New stores have opened. Ooh, this guy sells sirloin, shiny harp, bolt staff, whirlwind, blaze mode. Okay, wait. Tell me about the harp again. I missed it again because I was mashing the button too much. You can call monsters using a shiny harp. Ah, okay, interesting. So the silver harp in Dragon Warrior 1 and 3 will start a random encounter. Cool, okay. So I can get some really expensive stuff here. New shops have opened up. I believe it's one of the specific type monster gates. Jester, what do you mean by that? When I use the harp, it summons the same monster? Or it summons a specific monster depending on my location? Store is opened. Well, let's do the next warp gate, I guess. I really should look up a guide about, breeding. I should learn more about breeding and get better at breeding. Let's go down the stairs. Let's go down the stairs before I say, more dumb things. Ew, I can't believe I volunteered to go down the stairs. Karma, stop saying that. What, breeding? Trinity B, what's wrong with saying the word breeding? Yo, ice level! No ice physics, though. I guess that's fine. Ooh, an ice hole. I've been told I have an ice hole. My gosh. I sound like such an ice hole right now. I got a warp wing. And a warp staff. I was about to use the warp staff, which brings you to the room with the hole in it. I was directly adjacent to it. Let's use this one. What did the breeder say to his cattle when leaving? Breed you later. Oh my gosh, Gouda guy, that's so bad. I love it. You can't say that on YouTube. Elvis Pressplay. Does anyone remember an old show called You Can't Do That on Television? I think it was on Nickelodeon. But it was one of those, like, old-school Nickelodeon shows where, like, if someone on the cast said the word slime, they would get slimed. And that was, like, a large part of the gimmick of the show. L6, yeah, you remember that one? I haven't thought of that in years. Pixie Monsters, go for Kada. Go for Kada. Slime or water, yes, yes. I do remember that. Slime to meet you. And they had the locker jokes and the opposite sketches. I don't remember that, L6. Are you older than I am? I'm 38. But I remember, like, my older brothers would watch it, and I would kind of watch it, too. Tiny cat. Want to see my cat? Tiny cat? Good stream so far, Tiny cat. You're doing great. Tiny cat, you should do some reps. Stephen Hunt wants it. Stephen Hunt wants you to do the next 50 reps. It was a Canadian show up here, if they said water. Alanis Morissette was on the early seasons? I didn't know that. L6, I gotta Google all this now. Figure it out. Yeah, the secret slime action on Figure It Out. Certain words or actions would make slime fall on the celebrity panel, and then some kid in the audience would win like an N64. The secret slime action is being Danny Tamborelli. Tint Cat should do some shoulder presses. Yeah, right now he is napping. Gouda guy. He's resting up so that he can get a good workout in later. Yo, there are 69 concurrent viewers on the stream right now, and I love that. Thank you, everybody. That's a nice crowd for a Tuesday afternoon. Yo, we got an oniono. Oniono is like lion-o, but a different species. All right, everybody. You know what? I think the next name... Oh, wait, no. The next name that we have to go is Tiny, thanks to Lexi Wolf, who loves Tiny Cat, my cat, who is named Tiny Cat. So this is Tiny the Oniono. Excuse me. Yeah. All right, let's look at his stats. Bad. Terrible HP. And then, like, below average other stats. Send him back to the farm. Onion, 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 ho. Baroque Reaper. I went to school with the son of the voice actor for Lion-O. And every now and then, we probably message each other, like, once a year, being like, hey, man, how you doing? He's a cool guy. But yeah, his dad was the voice of Lion-O. So I don't know which one of them is cooler. I think I put it up to 69 just now. It says X Chrono. Hell yeah. I really want to look up You Can't Do That on Television now. Because that was a show that went off the air when I was like 4, you know? Maybe I was a little older than that. But I remember being like 7 years old, being like, what happened to that show? I haven't seen it in a while. It's weird that I'm this far in the game and the monsters look like this still. Like, they're tiny and cute, and I realize they're high enough level that they're, like, a little bit of a challenge to me, and they give me decent experience. But you figured at some point, the monsters start becoming, like, giant ogres with guns, or, like, large dragon who has a vendetta against your family. Or crazy fairy lady who believes in conspiracy theories and will bite your arm. Makes me think of What Wild and Crazy Kids. Yeah, I remember that. X-Chrono. With Omar Gooding and Donnie Jeffcoat. I don't know why I remember it so well, but I definitely remember the one challenge that they did where, like, both teams had to, like, destroy a cabin in the woods. Not destroy it, but, like, cover it in toilet paper and... How much damage does that do? 5. That's not that much. Okay. But yeah, that was another weird Nickelodeon show where they're like, alright, we'll just get a group of kids and we'll play, like, insane games against each other. Like we'll set up inflatable bowling pins and the kids have to slide down the hill on an inner tube and knock the pins over. It was always, like, weird stuff that looked fun, you know? The theme song for that show is addictive. And then there was, like, one of the hosts was a woman who I don't remember. I don't remember her name. But I remember later, like, so one of the hosts of Wild and Crazy Kids was Omar Gooding. And then later, when I saw a movie with Cuba Gooding Jr. in it, I was like, he looks like Omar Gooding and has the same last name. Are they related? Gaines? Something Gaines? Possibly. She seems like an Amy in my head. Ooh, a coin. A coin worth 446 money. Ooh, another 240. Let's go this way. What are we talking about? Low-key, just talking about some old Nickelodeon shows, like You Can't Do That on Television, and specifically now we're talking about Wild and Crazy Kids. And also Dragon Warrior Monsters, the game we are playing. Jessica Gaines, I see. And then Annette. Yeah, no, I remember at one point there was another woman, too. Ow, that was a lot of larvae. Froggy Lover, what's going on? Arnold was on it once. I believe that. I think Mark Summers might have done, like, a guest appearance as well. Because that guy was all over Nickelodeon in the 90s. It's right there. I opened my map after I saw where the hole was. Didn't have to do a whole lot of searching, am I right? I hope Mark Summers is the host in the afterlife. I'd feel so comfortable. I apparently got a random gifted sub during one of your streams from someone. Yeah, Froggy Lover? People have been real generous lately. Oldest Nick show I remember is Splat? I don't know that one, Loki. Yo, a crazy skeleton. Or, I don't know if he's crazy, actually. Well, he's knocked the F out now. Hope the afterlife isn't like Legends of the Hidden Temple. I wouldn't mind if Olmec was there. You're welcome, says Searzz. Hey, yeah, no, thank you so much, Searzz. Searzz sent me this game in the mail. NFC, what's going on? Arnold was promoting his presidential physical fitness program back then. I will never forgive him for that. I could never pass all those tests. Elvis Presley. I guess I don't really know what you're talking about. Are any of my friends here? Yeah, Searzz, there's like 62 people here, so yeah. Was a game show where if you answer too slow, you got slimes. Yeah, Nickelodeon had a lot of game shows. NFC is my main on this stream, but sometimes I choose Searzz. NFC, yeah, I'm a multi-character player as well. But I do have a main, and it's KarmaJolt. Usually on the KarmaJolt stream, I choose to be KarmaJolt. Yo, that's a hand. That looks like a hand that had a bunch of rings on it. I won't show you again. Bye. Actually, President Eisenhower is the one that did the fitness challenge because Arnold Schwarzenegger was never a president. Right, but wasn't he considering it at some point, Searzz? Politically, I like Arnold. Even if he was a Republican a long time ago, he seems like a stand-up guy these days. And is like, hey, we shouldn't let people get away with crimes. Searzz, am I your friend, says Gen B? L6, he's not a US citizen at this point. Delphine water? Loki, wait, what are you talking about? I don't get the joke. Whoa, Searzz is saying that Gen B gets to choose if they are friends or not. I guess that's kind of how friendship works. Requires consent from both parties. Take that, Onion-O. Dead. Searzz, I think you're cool, says Genevieve B. Searzz, who's your favorite Pokemon, says NFC. Searzz, it's a trap, says Nicholas D. We love traps. You shut your trap, Nicholas D. It's a trap. My screen name used to be It's a Trap for like Counter-Strike 1.6. And also like the OG Dota. Nick, shut up, says Genevieve B. Yeah. Karma, you want to fight? I have snowballs outside that are ready to go. Yeah, Nicholas D, meet me outside. Go outside right now and meet me there. I'll be there in a couple of days. Just wait for me outside. I'm down, says Loki. Froggy, you like that? NP, going. Good. Two dead knights make a dead noble. Well, I'd catch one if it wanted to join my party. Should I be trying harder? Replace a pork chop with a rib. Searzz and Gen B are now in a friendship. I'm sure you will cherish it. Nah, she's like my favorite person, so. Aside from Jackie J. What do you call a bond between devils? A fiendship. Possession. Smashing through this battle. Am I close to the end of this dungeon? Stab received some points. It's really everyone else that's getting experience. Nobody has tried to hit this kid yet, you know? Like, it's like my monsters are in this battle. Stab is, like, nearby. You figured, like, every now and then he would get hit by, like, a stray fireball or something, you know? But nope, hasn't taken a single point of damage. There's a reason why Gen B is Master Girl. That's right. East, what's going on? Yo, Loki, we've been talking about Mystic Quests recently. Oh my gosh, menus. I always used to think about that when I watched Pokemon cartoons. What exactly, Elvis? Oh, shoot. I didn't mean to run. I wanted to use a rib. Oh, about how the trainers never get hurt by, like, a random flame or something, you know? Terry doesn't take any damage till he's older. Yeah, so Jester, I heard that this character, Stab, whose canonical name is Terry, he is a character in Dragon Quest VI? Yeah, every church should have a hole that you can just jump into. Warp Staff. Why did it put me on the lava? Thanks, game. Ooh, this music is definitely from Dragon Quest 1. Oh, I found a Bolt Staff? No, we determined that this is the overworld theme to Dragon Quest 5. I feel like earlier in the playthrough, I definitely recognized it, and I was like, that's from Dragon Quest 5. And then later, I was like, what's this music from? So I don't know how I did that. Your church never had an escape hatch? No, they trapped you inside. Damn, that thing looks like a beast. Let's top our HPs off here. I'm only missing a little bit, but like, I'm not gonna need all this MP, you know? Comrade, now is the time for us to unite and open the gate to the new age. Yes, a world for monsters, of monsters, and by monsters. I'll promise you, comrade, a world where we can eat sirloin steaks every day. Therefore, I don't know why, but I feel something behind me. Comrades, excuse me for facing my back to you. I think it's implying that he's preaching here? Yo, this thing looks insane. Let's give him a rib. I know he wants a sirloin, but like, this is good enough, right? Wait, that music is from Dragon Quest VI? Someone said 5 earlier. Wait, no, I know what the Dragon Quest V music sounds like. It's like da da na 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 na. That one's from 5. I don't think he'll join regardless. That's a shame. Well, let's fight. How does one throw an ice slash? Loki? I don't know, I'm not a monster. Well, according to some women, I am. During a full moon, I transform. But don't tell anyone. Doesn't he brush it away if he won't join? Welfare checks? I don't know. What's your favorite movie? Nintendo Fan Club? That's a great question. Into someone great. That's right, Loki. Nintendo Fan Club, I love the old Naked Gun movies with Leslie Nielsen. That's probably my answer. Is that whole series of 3 movies. Oh, am I taking damage return here? He knows Blaze most. Yeah, but that's resisted by dragons, so... Welfare checks, I don't know. I'm not familiar with this game. I knocked that guy out, though. Holy ish, you're on Jamiris. I wish I could watch, but I need to be in a skid steer for the next 6 hours cleaning snow. Good luck on stream, sir. Reminder, all watching, double tap your screen. Hey, Nightwish, thank you so much for liking the stream. You be plowing today? Okay, he doesn't join. I demand 1 sirloin steak a day. Give me 1 second here. This is important. Says Nightwish. Flower, hardly knew her. Oh my god, Nightwish. Leslie Nielsen was gold. Yeah, he was. How are you doing? Let's go home. Okay. Great pickup line. How you doing? Let's go home. Would be lying if I said I'd never used that one before. But I've never said it to a stranger. Oh, Stab, you beat Jamiroquai. Once you find a monster, feed them meat to make them tame. Okay. Stab at ease. It's a good idea to talk to people. You're dismissed. Surely Leslie Nielsen isn't a pilot. Nightwish? He's not. And don't call me Shirley. Busy, busy, busy. Mr. Roshi, is that you? Nintendo Fan Club? Kinda. Yeah, like the old man voice that I do all the time is pretty much Master Roshi. In fact, a lot of the voices I do come from Dragon Ball Z. Let's save the game. Alright, everybody. I gotta go pick up Jackie J real soon. So, let's do these 50 tricep presses. And thank you so much for the generosity. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. All right. And one extra. And there is my alarm, everyone. It's time to go. So strong, Karma. Hey, same with Tiny Cat. All right, everyone. Hey, thank you so much for watching me play a little bit of Dragon Warrior Monsters on the Nintendo Game Boy Color using the GameCube's Game Boy Player. Yo, 170 reps is nice. Thank you so much for the generosity as well, and the workout. But until next time, this is KarmaJolt signing off. Tell your friends I'm great. Karma, stop using the styrofoam weight. Nicholas D? I should start using the helium one. Gouda Guy? I won't forget. I just saved Earth and people don't even say thanks. Oh yeah, Nintendo Fan Club. I really meant to say, from the bottom of my heart, I really